You may get a little excited when you shop at Burlington. You may get a little excited when you shop at Burlington.
Greetings and welcome to the Talk to Me America show, where the world wants to know what you have to say. So call me later and tell them like it is. Hang on, I forgot my glasses. Excuse me. Alright, you may have noticed by now I'm a little under the weather. I've got whatever that flu is that's going on with everybody. And I'm still running a small temperature. I'm seeing no sound on Odysee. Is that any better? I reset it once. Let me make sure that everybody's cool. Can everybody else hear me? Salty Mad Jameis on SEO. That's about what I feel like. Sound here on Rumble. Okay. No sound. Is there still no 5x5? Okay, I reset it every time. Every time I've got to reset Odysee. Always. I don't know what it is. Somebody with any in over there needs to talk to somebody, because I literally have to reset it every live stream. All right. So welcome and Happy New Year. I guess you can say it is Happy New Year. I spent the last 3 days in bed, so I don't know how happy it was for everybody else. Maybe because of the fact that I wasn't there, maybe it was happier. But then again, we started the year out with the wrong kinds of bangs, and there's still stuff going on. Okay. Excuse me. Of course, I am your hostess, ldghwih. Thank you for clicking on my little acre of the internet today. Can everybody hear everything? Let's see. We're gonna fuck up 2025. I better be ready. Well, we better be on at least the defense, because some people have already messed up 2025 on the first day. What can I say? What can I tell you? I thought Christmas was a little quiet. All right. Anyway, real quick plugs. Pastor Shadley with the Pond. That's my main moderator, and watch out for him. He means us. Only thing he does, though, is take care of what the TOS is. Other than that, I'm a free speech advocate for more reasons than one. Not so little as what's been going on, and I'm going to show you some things that have been ignored over the last couple of years that may have possibly allowed this to happen, not to mention the weirdos that we've got in the public safety department down in New Orleans. My goodness, I've been gone for about 15 years from there, and it's gone downhill since Katrina. So, was that 20 years ago? Okay, so 20 years. All right. Of course, the No Prisoners podcast with 451 Actual. They start their new season tomorrow? Maybe? I don't know. I don't know exactly when. 451 Actual, Kevin's Chaotic Coffee, and Feisty Ace. They're almost exclusively on Pilled. Tonight I am on YouTube, Odysee, Rumble, and Pill.net, which I absolutely love. Pill.net is so cool. I like all of the... Oh, there. Okay. Trying to set everything. Tomorrow's Friday. Salty Man James says tomorrow's Friday. You guys probably know more than I do. Red Dawn Radio, or as I like to call him, Tyrone. The Drunken Rocky, which is on right after my show. Coffee Talk with Sandra, which I see she is scheduled. We will probably raid her tonight after the show. Raynoth, DJ Bass, and all my friends and smigs out there. Some guy from Maine. Ruguru, Not Me Be, and Town with the pureblood.tv. Always try to advertise. They've changed it again, it looks like. Or we've got some new people on here. Bert Cocaine, Darth Jason. But it's interactive, so you can click on people and it'll show you links to how to watch them and support them. Sorry. Okay. So make sure you go and check that out over there, and you'll be able to find some people that stream that you might like. Everything from how-to what are they, hunting down pedos. So a lot of interesting and great stuff over there. Excuse me. I told you I was sick. I'm doing my best here. All right. And of course, you guys know how to support the channel. I've got my merch site over here where I make things. I don't put my face on anything. I'm not a big advertiser of stuff. I wear black most of the time, or stripes or something like that, but I don't usually advertise on my clothing. What can I say? Lizzie Longtoes, my famous friend, how are you doing? I wanted to show you, and of course, like I say, I've been kind of sick, so I haven't been doing much anything else, but right after, I hope you like this limited access. Let me go back to the big screen so you can see it better. I'm a little scatterbrained today too. Believe me, this fever is not helping me. Alright. But you said make something pretty for you. So I'll be getting that out as soon as I get a chance to get back down to the post office and everything. I hope you like it. Limited access. This is for you. Plus, I'm going to stick some more goodies in there, of course. But I hope you like this. Can you even see it? So she said make her something pretty. I thought this was pretty. I hope you like purple and blue. So that's what I made for limited access. All right, let's see. I'll go through the chat real quick. Haven't been looking for a brochet. I hear he has a new instruction book coming out. He even crocheted a cannon the other day, but I don't have his thing up. Sorry about that. Anyway, there's also Ko-Fi, Cash App, Odysee, and Rumble, of course, with the super chats and the fun stuff over on Pilled. You know, the party stuff, the pill, the cookies, the spaceships. All right. As usual, all the links are below, so click on some of them for you. I even have an old school post office box. I love gifts, and I have actually been sent a few cool things, lots of DVDs. All right, and of course, the most important thing to do is share. Give me a fire, thumbs up, wherever you may be. If you're visiting me from the pond, hello pond, please hit one of the spots where I'm actually streaming from, and give me your numbers and give me a click, and etc. and etc. And of course, share. As usual, and of course more than ever now, especially from what's happened, we got to keep this freedom of speech trend going, because from what I can see, we are winning, but they're trying real hard to eliminate us in the meantime. All right. And of course, even with Trump getting back in office, as you can see and as you can tell, we cannot become complacent. In fact, we need to work even harder now. So, all right. Besides, no matter what happens, you know that if Christ is with us, we have already won. All right. Now, I don't have much of a stream or a... I don't have much of a... I can't think of the word. Script. I couldn't write a script, but I got a bunch of things. And the first thing I want to ask you guys is freedom more important than safety? This was a question that came up on my X feed, and I thought to myself, how appropriate. And yes, it is. Oh, thank you, Limited Access. She has gifted a subscription. Here's what I heard. To Lizzie Longtoes. Okay, welcome. Thank you. Welcome. Okay, let me see. Am I missing anybody? Pastor Shedley, I see you. Okay, Cyborg. Welcome to the show. And he gifted some shades. You get one of these.
You take the red pill.
I still haven't had time to make a response for that, but it works. Appreciate that. Thank you for the donation over there on pill.net. Payday. Yeah, tomorrow is payday. Mr. Tizo, welcome to the show. I'm trying to make sure I don't miss anybody. Yes, I hope we are going to... And actually, I don't really want to mess up 2025. I want to fix it, and we need it fixed. Hopefully, Trump will be help, and he puts his cabinet picks in effect as soon as possible. We really need... we really need to be paying more attention to this. But we were warned about this at least 7 years ago, if not more.
Sure. All right. In the Impact segment tonight, there's a group called the Clarion Project, which is dedicated to exposing the dangers of Islamic extremists. Recently, we asked Clarion to pinpoint for us 5 dangerous situations here in the USA. With us, Ryan Morrow, National Security Analyst for the Clarion Project. So you have many more than this, but we picked the top 5 that I think will be of interest. The first one is in Hancock, New York, about 145 miles northwest of Manhattan. What's going up in Hancock?
There's actually a place there called Islamburg. They have a sign that says, "Welcome to Islamburg." It's about a 60, 70-acre large compound, and it's the headquarters for a group called Muslims of the Americas that follows a radical cleric in Pakistan. The videotape that's on the screen is something that was given to me by law enforcement, showing them engaging in guerrilla warfare training at that Islamburg compound.
Okay, so Islamburg, upstate New York. They have weapons. It's private.
Now, this was about 7 years ago. Does anybody know whether this is still happening or not? I would imagine so. Because I'm hearing that after this person was shot down last night, after he ran into people and killed people, they're protesting in New York about his death. Not about anything that he did or anything, but they're protesting the terrorist death. And of course, they're calling them homegrown. There's a lot of homegrown terrorists, though, and it's been happening for a long time. In fact, I saw a video or something like that, supposedly that they had children marching in Texas. I'm not sure where exactly, but that was a couple of years ago, too. But that doesn't mean it's not happening now. And we're seeing some of the fruition of it.
Property.
Right.
All right. They're training on the property. Can the authorities do anything about it?
Beyond monitoring them, no, because they're not listed as a foreign terrorist organization. FBI documents that we've obtained do show that they consider them a threat, but because they don't have that designation, they're able to operate in the U.S. and we have a dozen.
Do you know how many people are up at this compound?
And that specific one, no, but the estimates of the number of members that this group has across the country, they say they have 22 of these places across the country, is somewhere around 3,000.
Training ground. Wow. All right. Now we have the Dar el Hurrah Islamic Center in Falls Church, Virginia. What's going on there?
Right, a history of radical leadership over there. Anwar al-Awlaki used to be their imam before he went over and he joined Al-Qaeda. And there was even videotape that was taken of the current imam speaking recently in Virginia, where he specifically said that Muslims should be first in line to get the arms for jihad.
All right, so at this center in Falls Church, there's an imam there presently, right, who wants to get arms for the jihad.
He preaches that that is a requirement upon Muslims.
Wow. All right, the third one is one I mentioned last night in Brooklyn, New York, with John Stossel. It's the Masjid at-Taqwa Mosque. What's going on here?
That's led by Suraj Wahaj, one of the most radical imams in the country, yet he manages to be a rock star, speaking at Muslim events across the country, and even college campuses.
He's going to be in Dallas this weekend in Garland, Texas, for a big conference, and I brought that up to the imam we had on last night, who didn't seem to think this guy was so radical.
He didn't address that. He was addressing the issue of whether he's been prosecuted, which is a whole nother thing. If you look at what he's been preaching, it's sheer anti-Americanism, turning America into a caliphate, and his mosque was even suing the NYPD because they were conducting surveillance on it.
That's right, that de Blasio pulled off. So this is a bad hombre, as I said to Sasa last night. Then there's another one in New York City. This is in Jamaica, Queens, the Islamic Circle of North America. What's this all about?
This is a major organization with origins in Pakistan, with an Islamist group over there. Polls show that only about 2% of Muslim Americans say that this group represents them, but they're one of the most well-organized there. One of the leaders was actually indicted on war crimes in Bangladesh, and we have a copy of one of their teaching guides that's
indicted on war crimes in Bangladesh, but he gets to come here and run free. Wonderful.
Tells Muslims to engage in deception in order to advance the jihadist cause and to implement Sharia governance.
All right, then this comes out of Queens, right? Out of this mosque. That's
the headquarters.
That's the headquarters.
Where Trump is from.
This is the most controversial one. You have CARE, the Council on American-Islamic Relations, and they've been on this program. They do a lot of media. And what are you saying, that they're a dangerous group?
Yes, they are basically a political influence operation of the Muslim Brotherhood, according to the Justice Department, not according to me. They specifically listed CARE as an entity of the U.S. Muslim Brotherhood, specifically its Palestine Committee that was secretly set up to advance the Hamas agenda. And the FBI wiretapped their leaders in 1993, talking about setting up CARE so they could influence the media in their direction.
Well, and that's what they do. They come out and they say, look, we're moderates, and we just want to give you our point of view. But you say that they're directly tied into terrorist groups?
Into the Muslim Brotherhood, yes.
Which is a terrorist group.
Right, and Hamas is the Palestinian wing of the Muslim Brotherhood.
Okay. Now, final question is, this is pretty frightening stuff, but you would assume the FBI knows about all of this if you know about it.
FBI is useless.
The Justice Department is surveilling them and have them under control. And in a free and open society, this is the rest of them that we didn't talk about. This is the map.
Surveillance does nothing.
Have radical Muslim mosques or operations in all of those towns, and it's amazing. Look at them: Sacramento, outside of L.A., Pittsburgh, Chicago, on and on. So, my question is, should Americans be concerned, or is this under control?
No.
It can't be under control just through monitoring them.
Thank you.
Again, when it comes back to the issue of the ideology, which President Obama refuses to recognize, that's the problem here. It's not just about the person that's setting off the bomb. It's about the overall ideology that combines mosque and state, that justifies jihad anywhere, and we need Muslim leaders to step up and fight against those interpretations.
That's not going to happen.
The most positive news I've seen is the poll that showed that these organizations have so little support among Muslim Americans.
Right.
Whoa.
Very interesting, Mr. Moreau. Thank you.
I don't. If that was the case, then all this stuff would not be happening. But there's no way. There's no way. And monitoring them does nothing. In fact, they don't care. They will. It seems like they'll purposely do things just so you can watch them and get away with it. Like I said, I don't have a script, so I'm just going by. But anyway. Of course, you know the guy that ran over the people in New Orleans. There was videos of that. I'm not going to really show any of it, of course, YouTube and all that. And I'm sure all of you have seen most of it. I'm going to go over that a little bit. But there's a couple of things that actually have been happening since then, and we'll go over those as well. According to Libs of TikTok, this has to be the one of the greatest Cybertruck ads, and I have a tendency to agree because it only barely messed up the truck itself.
Just a vehicle fire, and so there's going to be a drone video that plays to my left again. You'll see as the fire initially, they covered it with the tarp to try to get it to go out. Once the fire went out through the suppression efforts of the fire department, you'll see some of the evidence in the back of the vehicle.
Thank God he didn't catch the battery on fire. They never would have stopped it.
Those are gasoline canisters. They are camp fuel canisters and large firework mortars. What I also would like you to pay attention to on that video, as you see that, it looks like the exterior of that truck is completely intact as it sits there. The fact that this was a Cybertruck really limited the damage that occurred inside of the valet because it had most of the blast go up through the truck and out. In fact, if you look on that video, you'll see that the front glass doors at the Trump Hotel were not even broken by that blast, which they were parked directly in front of. You can see that in the video there.
Well, aren't those Cybertrucks, aren't they like bulletproof and stuff? So, yeah, somebody tried real hard and it still didn't work. Thank goodness. More people could have been hurt. Now, the thing about this is when they first talked about this guy, they said that the explosion killed him. But it did not. Actually, they're saying now that he shot himself in the head, which some people are saying that he was set up. However, he and the guy in New Orleans and supposedly the guy in Florida that tried to assassinate Trump the second time all know each other. Something's fishy here. And of course, as you can see, observing these people did nothing. So that's just crazy for them to say that. Oh yeah, we need to do this, we need to do... No, yeah. Alright, Midwest Gunner, welcome to the show. Cybertruck is basically oversized dumpster on wheels. Yeah, but is it indestructible like that? Is it, you know, like I say, I remember some of the tests they were doing on it. And the first time, somebody managed to break one of the windows, but the second time they did it, they couldn't break anything. Even with, what did they use? I forgot what they used. Let's see, who else? I didn't miss anybody. Oh, Feisty Ace Mango, how you doing? Welcome to the show. I hope you're doing all right. I hope you guys are doing better than I am. Like I say, I'm working with a fever right now, so doing the best I can. Let's see, did I miss anybody over here? Oh, sorry about that. Can Killer, welcome to the show. Let's see, who else? Blankets, hello. Just holler at me if I missed you. Excuse me. This flu really sucks. At least I don't have a headache. If I'd had a headache still today, I would not be here. That's something I can't deal with. Judas, how you doing? Welcome to the show. Okay, now let's see, where am I? All right, right after. Of course, they're all saying, "Oh, this guy acted alone," and but you know damn well he didn't. It can't be, because right after the attack, supposedly the Airbnb that this man stayed in blew up as well. Here is one of the witnesses that was evacuated. St. Roque area in New Orleans. Actually, this is kind of close to me because all of my family is over there on my husband's side. Thankfully, they don't relish the French Quarter much or anything like that. So, but here's what happened, or here's what an eyewitness says.
Home at 8:30 this morning. So can you walk me through what went down as soon as you opened your eyes?
Oh. Well, I didn't really get to open my eyes. I came home at 5 from work, about 5:15, and there were fire trucks everywhere because the house at 1329 had caught fire. And the fireman said, oh, it's okay, it's just a fire, go inside. And then about 2.5, 3 hours later, the police are banging on everybody's door telling them, no, you have to evacuate, get out now, they're investigating something across the street. And they didn't want to say what at first, but then they're like, yeah, it's explosive. They're looking for bomb-making materials and explosives and stuff.
And I know you mentioned there was a fire earlier this morning, too. Can you break down how did officials tell you that could be related to what happened in the French Quarter?
They didn't say that. They think this is definitely related. They think the gentleman rented this house as an Airbnb for the weekend or however long. And something, I don't know how the fire started, but they put it out by the time I got home at 5:15. It was still smoking and everything, but all the flames were out.
Okay, she said she got home around 5:30. I remember those days. If you work on Bourbon Street, you know. They're open 24/7 down there most of the time, except for when they closed for this thing. They also, a lot of people are suspicious also too because they were working on the barricades. Now, like I say, I haven't been there in about 20 years. They used to have just poles that they would stick in the street so nobody could drive through, because they usually close down the main roads in Bourbon Street so you could just walk around, especially like during Mardi Gras and things like that. They said, oh, well, it was out for repairs and we didn't. Who does that? Why would you not have something in place to replace it while you're doing repairs? So I get the feeling that, well, of course, they've taken our security here in the United States very lax. Everybody's just like we. And it's weird to me, not anything against women, but the weirdest thing to me is that every one of the spokespeople so far for this, like the chief of police and the FBI agent and everything, they're all women. Now, one thing that I heard about the chief of police down there was that she was fired from California. So it's okay for her to go someplace else and get hired again. And even the mayor over there is a woman. Like I say, nothing against women, but it doesn't seem like they're doing a very effective job to me. And they lied to us right off the bat. The one FBI agent with the nose ring. That's one of the first things I noticed. Not that that's any problem, but these people with the nose rings tend to not, in my opinion, everyone that I see on TikTok or on X or any of these other pages, tend to be a little wacko, in my opinion. Am I wrong? Okay, I see. First thing they noticed when they broke the first Cybertruck window, the first hit made the window drop down and broke the supporting trim. That makes sense. And if a lot of times if they are a little bit rolled down, it's easy to break them because they don't have the support and everything. Mikey Baseball, welcome to the show. Appreciate you being here. Okay. So yeah, not only did the guy was a guy able to run over everybody and everything like that, but he was almost able to get rid of the evidence. How about that? And then of course you had the let's see. Okay, yes, St. Rock rental may be connected to mass casualty Bourbon Street attack source. I don't know why they say may. If he stayed there and they know that he stayed there, come on. There's no such thing as coincidences. What did you say? Let's see. Even Cyborg says, even though all electric cars come across the board, are decades off, they are still pushing for the idea. Oh, of course. They're trying. Well, to me, it's the exact same thing as they did with the light bulbs. They claimed that incandescent light bulbs had mercury in them, just so they could sell us the light bulbs that actually have mercury in them. But nobody noticed. Nobody seemed to care. But if you look at who was involved and who makes the money on most of this stuff, you have your answer as to why they're pushing it so hard. Okay, now, like I say, there's a few other things that have happened since then. Like I say, 2025 is going to be lots of bangs, it looks like, at least for the first week. And like I say, it's been quiet up until now. We had a good Christmas, but unless they just didn't tell us about anything, they didn't report it or anything. Yes, my cat's over there fussing. I don't know why. He'll probably be up on my lap soon. But anyway, about an hour before I went live here, I caught this new open source intel on X. Says that in Greenville, South Carolina, police have shut down I-85 in both directions following a bomb threat involving an 18-wheeler, and multiple agencies are currently investigating. So, yeah, this stuff is starting to happen all over the United States. Hang on. They didn't. I thought this had some sound. But yeah, there's they closed down the road. There's the truck. They're investigating. I don't see anybody near the truck. Here's some more footage. Same footage as before. Why did they do that? Hang on. Kitty, you're gonna... Meow, 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 meow. I don't want you jumping on that stuff. I'm here alone tonight, so I can't have my husband take care of him. Alright. You gonna stay there? Pooty says hello. Funny though, with all this fear around hydrogen cars exploding, I have yet to actually see a hydrogen car explode. Hydrogen, that's water. Why would it explode? Unless it had oil or gas or something in it. Okay, let's see. Governor says I-85 near mile marker 44 is temporarily closed out of an abundance of caution due to a bomb threat issued during routine traffic stop this afternoon by SC Transport Police. South Carolina DOT and state law enforcement are on the scene, and normal I-85 traffic will resume once the tractor trailer is swept and cleared by SLED's bomb squad. Let's see. So somebody pulled him over and he indicated that he had a bomb. So I don't know, was he doing it? Is he doing it for attention? Did he do it to like get out of a ticket maybe, or just cause trouble? Maybe to be a copycat? You never know anymore. Some people are crazy. So, let's see if there's anything else on it. No, they're not telling too much about it except for that. Like I say, that just happened about an hour or maybe 2 hours ago. More than a dozen police cars were seen blocking one I-85 in South Carolina after a bomb threat. All of these reports are about 2 hours ago. Let's see what this guy has to say.
We have major breaking news right now. Parts of I-85 in South Carolina are now closed due to a possible bomb threat from an 18-wheeler. This is what it currently looks like in South Carolina. This is in Greenville, South Carolina. As you can see, part of I-85 is literally shut down after a person driving an 18-wheeler said that he had a bomb on the truck. We really don't know much right now other than the fact that this man allegedly pulled over, got out of his truck, and told authorities that he had a bomb in the 18-wheeler. Authorities are advising residents in Greenville, South Carolina to stay away from this area on I-85 right now. It's a multi-agency response. We really don't know much else. We don't know if the FBI is going to get involved and whether there is an actual threat or this is just a man saying that he had a bomb on his truck. In any event, in light of what happened yesterday, This is highly concerning and something that people need to be aware of, especially if you live in South Carolina near Greenville. When we get more information, I will provide it to you, so be sure to follow along to be the first to know. More to come soon.
Yeah, the FBI get involved. Just what we need. More FBI involvement. Those people have pretty much been useless for how long? Okay. So, yeah, the only thing, there's no more about it other than just there was a bomb threat and this guy told the cops when he got pulled over that he had a bomb. Like I said, maybe he's trying to be a copycat. Maybe he was trying to get out a ticket. Maybe I don't know. So we'll follow that. Hopefully, maybe more stuff will come about that as we're talking today. Limit Access gifted another subscription. Thank you very much. And Pastor Shelley got that subscription. All right. That bomb threat meant to divert the police there. Probably. Probably. We'll see what else happens in North Carolina. Cyborg says that 75% of North Carolinians voted for Trump. But somehow they supposedly voted for their shitbag Democratic governor again. I'm not surprised. Probably, I can't say for sure, this would be my opinion, but probably rigged. I think about it sometimes, and say, oh, these people, they keep voting them in. You think maybe it's because nobody goes against them? Like, how many times has Nancy Pelosi been in office? And she's actually going to run again. But I don't believe a lot of these people are even voted in anymore. They get in there and they fix it somehow or another to where nobody contests them, nobody goes against them, nobody runs against them and everything, so they just remain in office forever. I'm beginning to doubt that a lot of these people are being voted in. I mean, look what happened with the governor of California. They wanted him out, they tried to recall him. I mean, there wouldn't have been any reason to do that if he was a good governor. But he still managed to rig it in his own favor. And look where he is. It was almost like he's like, ha, you can't touch me. And I think he talks to us that way in a way too. So, yep, that's what I feel like, Salty Mad Jameson. Excuse me. Okay. All right. Now, not only that, but I think at about 5 or so in the afternoon, there was also a plane crash into a warehouse in Fullerton, California, that injured at least 11 people and ignited a 4-alarm fire. So, I mean, this stuff is happening all over the place. California, New Orleans, New York, Vegas. As a matter of fact, in New York, there was a mass shooting at a nightclub. No one was killed that I know of, but 11 people were injured, and they're in the hospital. Nobody was fatally, but again, a shooting in a nightclub in New York. Heard about that too. Let's see what happens here. Sorry about you headphone wearers. But yeah, it looks like he went straight up and then straight down. If that's actually what's happening here. Does anybody know what warehouse in Fullerton, California might be? What it might be? My husband said that that's where they make, not Gibson, some amplifier for electric guitars. Does anybody ever remember that? What that is? Not Gibson, but the other one. So, I don't think it was the guitar warehouse, but then again, you never know. So, we have, and actually, there's no other news on this. Let's see, Newsom spotted water actually flowing to farms instead of a Pacific Ocean. Yeah, all they did is a small plane crash. All they did were battle the blaze and evacuated the surrounding businesses. There's no more news on that so far that I can tell. Let me see. Oh, that's okay. Like I said, I don't really have a script tonight. I'm just going through some of the stuff that I've looked for. Oh, and of course, on top of that, we've got Biden awarding Liz Cheney and Thompson and a few others for the J6 committee leadership, which this is the kind of thing that happens when you reward criminals. That's all I can say. More planes landing on buildings again. Yeah, at least that one in California. Let's see. Let me see. Let me check with Grok and see if there's any more news on California plane crash. I'm terrible at AI, so it's probably not going to give me. Yes, here are the latest updates regarding the plane crash in California. Incident occurred near Fullerton Municipal Airport, leading to a significant fire response and evacuation of over 100 people from the affected warehouse. Plane was identified as a single-engine Vans RV-10, and the crash is being investigated by federal FAA and the National Transportation Safety Board. Yeah, so nothing else really. Just a plane crashed into a warehouse out in California. So I guess what's coming up next? That's right, Judas. They're dropping planes on food processing plants like they were lawn darts a little while back. Yes, they were. Yes, they were. Yes, they were. Oh, you know what I forgot to do? I know you guys probably got something to say about this. I'm opening the phone lines. See how forgetful I am? What? Okay, let me check to make sure. I haven't been on my computer in a couple of days, so make sure that the audio and video is working properly. All right. All right, the phone lines are open. Let America know what you think of all of this and how you think we can fix it. We got to get some better people in office, that's for sure. And then, of course, during the press conference, this is another reason why we're having the problems that we're having, and they're trying to stick in as much crap as they can, so Trump has a lot of stuff to fix, if he can fix any of it. But during the press conference, as usual, President Biden, our idiot-in-chief, checks his watch and says, "Oh, let me get this press conference over so I can watch the Sugar Bowl." You bastard.
We're seeing that today. The Sugar Bowl is back on. Kickoff is going to take off very shortly. If I don't get this damn thing done, we're going to be in real trouble. And we're seeing that today. The Sugar Bowl is back on. Kickoff is going to take off very shortly.
Yeah. Go watch the ball game. Let the adults take care of it. Trump can't be sworn in fast enough. I hope though that they don't kill him before that happens. Although the vice president's not too bad either. So, okay, what do I have next? Okay, here in my opinion is another reason why everything goes to shit. Because they just lie to us. They lie and they lie and they lie and they lie. And then they expect us, then they get mad at us when we get upset for this stuff happening. Oh, shame on you. You're a bigot. You're this, you're... No. To hell with that. You're liars. And there's nothing worse than a liar. Especially when it comes to stuff that you need to know to be able to protect yourself. And when the government that is supposed to be protecting our rights is lying to us, how can we? Right?
CNN claimed Nancy Sinatra was not happy her father's song was played at Trump's inauguration. Nancy Sinatra responded, "That's not true. I never said that. Why do you lie, CNN?" The New York Times Magazine and CNN shared a story showing children illegally brought into the U.S. supposedly in cages. But the article and photos were actually from the Obama administration. CNN also edited a video to make it seem like Trump impatiently dumped fish food in the water at Japan's palace, that he followed the lead of Japan's prime minister. Time falsely claimed Trump removed the bust statue of Martin Luther King from the Oval Office. TMZ reported Trump changed Black History Month to African American History Month. The presidents Obama, Bush, and Clinton had all called it African American History Month. BBC, The Guardian, and others reported that Trump wasn't bothering to listen to a speech by Italy's prime minister since he wasn't wearing translation headphones. Turns out he was wearing a translation earpiece. The New York Times and others implied Trump hadn't paid income taxes for 18 years, but the record shows he paid a higher rate than Democrats Bernie Sanders and President Obama. Several news outlets featured an empty podium at Trump's 4th of July celebration in 2019 and said he didn't draw crowds, but the photo was taken before the event. The actual crowd was huge. The UK Telegraph apologized for at least 8 mistakes in an article criticizing Melania Trump. In 2018, NBC incorrectly reported that Trump stayed home at Christmas time, the first U.S. president since 2002 to skip visiting the troops. The news went global. But it wasn't true. The media had jumped the gun. Trump and First Lady Melania left the White House Christmas Day to visit U.S. soldiers in Iraq. On Thanksgiving, Newsweek made a similar error, falsely reporting that Trump was spending the holiday golfing at Mar-a-Lago in Florida.
Error?
But the reporter had fabricated the golf story. Trump flew to Afghanistan on Thanksgiving to again be with the troops, making Trump the only president in U.S. history to visit troops in a combat zone both on Thanksgiving and so close to Christmas, though the press never reported that.
And they expect us to believe them now. That's the whole problem. And again, you lie about little things. Why would you lie about little things like that? Okay? And they get pissed off when we don't believe them when they talk about anything else. Sorry, you have lost everyone's trust. Okay, let me see. And then, of course, things are just as bad over in London and England and everything like that, the UK. But do you think maybe this is why?
You can film me, Miss Thompson, no problem. All I'm doing is removing what has been reported as an offensive sticker. Okay? And then I'll give you the stickers. Okay? As you can see, it's undamaged. And you can have it back. It's not a problem.
So there's no damage to the vehicle?
No damage to the stickers, no damage to the vehicle. Okay? I tried to ask you to do it. And we're doing this because what we don't want to do, Mr. Thompson, is to prosecute you.
Prosecute me, fella.
Public order.
Prosecute me.
Well,
prosecute me.
No.
I think you got damn right liberty.
Are you serious?
Fella.
Do you?
Yeah, I do.
We've tried to discuss
You do?
I
think you got damn right liberty,
unfortunately,
mate. I think you got damn right liberty.
Well, that is
You're
your
touching
opinion.
my property.
Yeah.
Well, you're causing offence in the public place.
That's what's inside the gentleman's van. This is the gentleman videoing us removing them undamaged from his van. Right, I'm more than happy, sir, if you want to take these into your property and add them to your collection, that is fine. Okay? I will give you that opportunity. However, if they are placed back on the vehicle, then we will remove them permanently and they will be entered into evidence if we are looking to prosecute you. Do you understand that? Do you understand what I'm saying? So is that what you're going to
Have a nice day, fella. Isn't that it? Have a nice day. Andrew.
Even the cops are useless. Really? He's pulling off stickers. Meanwhile, down the street, somebody's being raped. Or somebody's being stabbed. As a matter of fact, that supposedly that was one of their product advertisements. This Robertson strawberry jam dude. And golden shred marmalade. So evidently that's somebody's product stickers and everything like that. But can you imagine that? That's coming over here. You're going to have people coming over here and taking off your Trump stickers or taking off your anything that someone might get upset about, whether they do or not. But the police and everybody else has become complete garbage, in my opinion. I mean, this is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. And the thing is, how did they find out about this? Did they follow him home? Did they see this on his van and follow him home and do this? I mean, I have no words. I have no words. But this is the reason why things are getting so crappy. Because they're taking care of crap like this and allowing terrorists and criminals and murderers and rapists to just go free. Go for it. Hey, you're all right. Yo, you're all right. Here, you might as well just say, here's my little girl. Or here's my little boy. Take my children. They might as well do that. Because that's as good as what the police are doing. All right. The phone lines are open. I know you guys have got to be mad about this stuff because I'm pretty mad about it. Even though I'm sick, so the phone lines are open. All right. Now, this was something that surprised me. And why is this thing off center like this? Let me see if I can fix it. I see this is what happens when I'm not online for a while. My computer decides to change things. Okay. That's a little better. I don't know what's happening here. Alright. Anyway, I thought this was hilarious, and I was real surprised, along with a lot of other people, that this was allowed to air on New Year's Eve. But I thought it was fantastic, and it's about time.
Whitney Cummings, it is time for you to roast the year. Let's hear it.
Feel free to heckle me. Feel free to come for me. I do believe we need to hold 2024 accountable for its behavior. That is what white women do now. We point out other things that are toxic because we don't get irony. And that is our truth. This was the year that people were behaving so poorly, we started being wistful about murderers. Remember, this was the year we were like, were the Menendez brothers so bad? Were we too hard on the Menendez brothers? This was the year we could not get enough of murderers. Gypsy Rose became our favorite.
Weren't they matricide and patricide? That happened when I was in high school. But yeah, no, we weren't hard on the Menendez brothers.
Celebrity, because murdering your mom is so bad. They had her on a red carpet, a little on the nose for a murderer, but she was like posing in a fancy dress. We were like, slay, and she was like, I did. And of course, our heartthrob of the year was the alleged cold-blooded killer named Luigi, who is now in the same prison as Diddy, which I'm very upset about because Luigi already has a lower back issue. This was the year nothing made sense. Fertility was down, sales of baby oil was up, white supremacy groups reached record highs. It got so bad, Ariana Grande became white again. 2024 totally broke our brains. Half the people I know think we're in a simulation. I'm starting to wonder. When I go to a website and it asks me if I'm a robot or not, half the time I get the quiz wrong. I'm like, does the shadow of a bike count as a bike? I don't know. Why am I looking at a grainy photo of a crack house? We just all broke mentally this year. Things got so bleak, we started watching the WNBA. What happened? And we also started watching older women in movies. Equality or insanity? You tell me. Demi Moore was in a movie called The Substance, showing that Hollywood's ready for a woman in her 50s to star in a movie as long as a hot 28-year-old wears a leotard for most of it. Pam Anderson's getting Oscar buzz for a movie she did wearing no makeup. Guys, that's not progress if you call it brave. Documentaries finally realized the only way to make money is to just make them about cheerleaders. The Dallas Cowboys cheerleader doc showed the girls being treated horribly, underpaid, crying. I thought I'd opened a video on Hunter Biden's laptop. This is the year everyone hated the movie The Joker, but if you do love watching men descend into insanity, in a couple hours you get to watch Andy Cohen do the countdown. In 2024, some things left us, some came back. Sanity left us. Somehow crypto is back. Do you guys even know what crypto... No one thought the timing of crypto was fishy. As soon as women started making money, they were like, money's over. Money's over. I don't even know what crypto is. As far as I understand, it's just astrology for men. Like, I don't... 2024 election fried our brains. The Democrats couldn't hold a primary because they were too busy holding a body upright. Are we still rolling? Am I off?
Go for it.
It was amazing that the pro-choice party didn't give their voters one when it came to the presidential candidate. Kamala was forced on us so hard you'd think she was patented by Pfizer or Moderna, whichever one's... Oh, God. Andy just gave me a very scary look.
No!
Let me be clear, though. 2024 was not only negative. The media wants us to believe this country is so divided, but we actually came together a lot this year. Like, as a nation, we unanimously agreed that we would rather see J-Lo in a toxic relationship than in concert. We all agree the government totally knows what drones are and are telling us the drones are still up there, and we have no idea what's behind them. No idea. I mean, they're still up in the sky, so I guess we can rule out that they were made by Boeing. The point is, I think we all agree on a lot of things. And since I only have a minute left live on establishment media, why don't we just say a bunch of things that we know that they'll never cover? Okay, ready, go. Trump Shooter didn't have any silverware in his house. No one thought that was weird? Are we still rolling?
That was
Trump
weird.
Prince of Saudi Arabia put money into Disney, so just know there won't be any girl characters in the next Cars movie. Are we still rolling? This is wild. Okay, why have so many presidents' chefs died? Weird. Boy Scout of America, they renamed itself Scouting America. You know how else changed their name? Sean Combs. Just saying. Let's learn something in 2025. I can't believe you guys are still letting me go. This is amazing. I love CNN. Please stop me, Andy, because I will just keep going.
Happy New Year, Whitney Cummings.
Am I still streaming?
Yes.
This is amazing.
We are live on CNN. You look cool as a cucumber.
No censorship on CNN.
Love
you
you
guys.
very
Thanks
much.
for having me.
Love you.
What a dream. Oh, no.
What a dream.
Anderson's
here.
I only understood like half the references, so I'm not...
Yeah, I know. He doesn't.
I tried to bring him a documentary.
I know.
He doesn't know. I know.
Anderson Cooper doesn't know what she's talking about. Bullshit. Bullshit. Bobby Digital with shades over there on pill.net. Thank you so much.
You take the red pill.
I appreciate that. Thank you very much. And wow, limited access is gifting those subscriptions over there on Rumble. Thank you so much. I'm not exactly sure what that means, but I appreciate it. That means you guys will, I don't know, you see me first when I come up on something, or when I come up on the list or something, or I don't get it. Anyway, this chick was brutal but truthful. I think she is a comedian. This is actually her channel, Whitney Cummings. I'd never heard of her before last night. Big Baby Tour. She's definitely based for sure, and seems like she doesn't appreciate the lies either, or at least she will call them out, which is good. Trump won. Cope and seethe. Yeah. What can I say? And you know, there's still some people trying to say that he stole it, and I didn't get this. I'm not going to cover too much of it, but there is I think Greg Foreman of Black Conservative Perspective did a video on this today, that the Democrats are asking for their own insurrection, and they're also excited because it's like I told you. This was the thing that I said couple of weeks ago, that I was, even though Trump won, I'm still afraid of what they were going to do, because the vice president is the one that verifies this vote, and she somehow or another. They passed a bill about it, so where she can't do anything about it, but that's never stopped that side before. But yeah, now the other side is trying to ask for an insurrection and trying to coerce the vice president into not verifying this election. And like I said, this was one of the things that I was afraid of, because we still have to worry about the vice president that's in charge now throwing a monkey wrench into everything. Bobby Digital House says, Whitney was on Jimmy Dore today. She's a pretty funny lady. Oh, I'll have to watch that. She is funny, and like I say, she sounds pretty based. Okay, I get it. Okay, well, thank you, Limited Access. Show up on the feed list for each person, plus the more subs you'll have, the more algorithm puts your show out. Great! Comments in the comments section. Okay. So I'm gonna definitely follow Whitney Cummings, because not only is she hilarious, but she seems pretty honest. Okay, come on, kitty. Yeah. He likes to hang upside down, but he little by little he slips down. If I don't catch him, if he slips any farther, I get the claws trying to catch himself from falling. Okay, let's see where. What am I looking at? Okay, my timeline. Okay, this goes along with what Judith said a few minutes ago. Is this your sentiment, dear sir? My closing statement for 2024 and 4 years to Democrats. Yep, I've been that way ever since they elected Biden. All right, I'll get to that in a minute. All right, some people just take celebrations. Well, actually, I don't mind this so much, but the overdone is hilarious.
Come on, gang, come on, man. I ain't even do nothing. I wasn't even in your house. I wasn't even in your house. That's crazy. I swear to God, I didn't do nothing, man. Come on, man. This is uncalled for real. Come on, bro. Hey. Oh, my God. Come on, man. Damn, dog. I know you're not finna do me like that. I know you're not finna sit up here and do me like that. That shit is good.
I don't know why, but I thought that was hilarious, and I'd like to do. That's something I would like to do to every one of those giant palmetto bugs. When I lived in Florida, those things were everywhere. Terrible, terrible, funny. But yeah, I love that, and of course the voiceover is hilarious too. All right. Some celebrations. I'm gonna show you some celebrations, some things that happened this year. Happy New Year. That's me in about 10 years. Me and my husband in about 10 years. Who is your stylist? Funky, funky. He's like, can we go home now? Like I said, that's me in about 10 years. Me and my old man in about 10 years. If I can get him up to dance, although he looked like he was ready to go home. Okay. Good old Tom McDonald. He had a good Christmas song. I didn't get to show this to you last time. We played the movies, so I saved it for now. I love Tom McDonald.
Well, the tide is finally turning, and Kamala's speech is slurring. Thank God we're saying bye to Joe. Screw the woke, screw the woke, screw the woke. And the mainstream media's dying. Their viewers shaving their heads and crying. What is a woman? Well, they still don't know. Screw the woke, screw the woke, screw the woke. They tried to stop us by taking his life, but they missed, so it's fight, fight, fight. The left really thought they'd beat the right, and they fought, but they lost, thank the Lord. Now January is coming. Half of Hollywood's already running. They're finding new countries to call home. Screw the woke, screw the woke, screw the woke.
Oh. Amen. Okay. Trying to find all the ones that I bookmarked. Where is my stuff? I told you my head is not all here today. I've got a lot of stuff. Oh, here it is. Okay, it's all up here. Okay, this is, I guess we need to do more of this too. I had some more stuff for the other, but we didn't, I applaud this woman. Texas Muslim Capital Day. Seems fitting today. This is just a reminder that Islam does not belong in America. Islam will not dominate the United States, and by grace of God, it will not dominate Texas. I hope not. I'm in Texas, and so far, so good. Maybe.
I proclaim the name of the Lord Jesus Christ over the capital of Texas. I stand against Islam and the false prophet Muhammad. Islam will never dominate the United States, and by the grace of God, it will not dominate Texas.
See, now, in that case, that was a good woman. Shepherding Shepherd, thank you for sharing. I hope you have toilet paper. Cyborg says, it doesn't matter what she was saying on CNN. Nobody was watching anyway. Well, somebody was, because a lot of people made a fuss over that. And yeah, I saw the headline. I just thought he was going to talk about her. I didn't know she was on his show. I'll have to watch that after this, because I like Jimmy Dore. I don't agree with everything he says, but you're not supposed to. But I do like Jimmy Dore, and he's another one that I watched red pill himself. A lot of people that I watch these days are people that have red pilled themselves. I remember Tim Pool. I remember watching Tim Pool red pill himself. You know, he was all, at first, when I first started watching him, he was all at first, no guns, and I don't believe in this, and I don't believe in that, and everything. And now he's all like, he saw what was going on, and he's like, oh, you know what? You know, and how many guns does he have now? Stuff like that. Somebody, I read somewhere that he was planning on retiring or something. I don't think so. Does anybody know anything about that? Okay. Nobody would have believed it if it wasn't recorded. This was, I don't think this was a New Year's things, but it was kind of strange. Watch this.
I hope that's romantic, go my life, surrounded by couples all the time. I guess I should take it as a sign.
No way. They tried everything to get those bowls out of there. Blankets, yes, shekels and dollars everywhere. And of course, they stopped paying attention to ISIS because they turned the attention on the white man.
Tomorrow will mark the first anniversary of January 6, 2021. Those involved must be held accountable, and there is no higher priority for us at the Department of Justice. Tomorrow will mark the first...
No higher priority than for them to arrest MAGA Mimas. In fact, I read somewhere or heard somewhere today that they're still arresting people for the January 6th insurrection. Oh, Shepherding Shepherd said, that's what the old guy dancing looked like. He's got a poop. It looked like he was ready to go home. And I know that most guys, especially the older guys, not into TikToks. They're not into recording and videos and selfies and all of that. So yeah, I get it. That's hilarious. Yes, definitely. Thank God he's not a justice of the Supreme Court. We dodged that bullet, and hopefully he won't have anything else to do with the government after this, after the 20th. Just hang on, it's only 14 more days, I think. Okay. I see more people doing stuff like this, and this is why we have the Second Amendment. Yeehaw! That old cowboy ain't putting up with nothing. Wow, he got his shirt off and everything. Now, I have taken some self-defense classes and things like that. When somebody comes up to you and does this, like that, what do? Right now, that guy's made himself defenseless. Yeah, he may be sticking a gun out like that, but it's so easy to just slam his hand, or to slam his hand one way or the other, and you can actually take that gun and turn it around on him. And usually, all you have to do is hit the back of his hand, he'll shoot himself. Alright, everybody, say goodbye to YouTube. We're getting rid of YouTube. Nothing's going on over there anyway. And for this year, I'm going to be for this year, I'm going to be trying to switch YouTube for X, because YouTube still. As a matter of fact, one of the things that I heard was this terrorist that did the New Orleans thing. He actually had a YouTube channel, and as soon as they found out what was going on, because he actually told everybody what he's going to do, he even left a wheel. In fact, he was going to hurt his own family and friends, but he was afraid that wasn't going to have enough effect on what he wanted to do. So he had to go and do strangers and everything like that. But he had a YouTube channel, and they deleted it almost immediately. But yeah, man, this guy right here, he watches too many movies. You don't stick a gun out like that in front of people. It's just so easy to move your hand or do something with it. He really could have died there himself. Like I say, I've taken some self-defense, and that's one of the first things they tell you. Somebody does this, it means they've been watching too many movies. You just move their hand, and like I say, some people, you can move the hand, turn the gun right on them, and hit the back of their hand, and there we go. Am I wrong? Does anybody else know that? Who is this Lizzie character only? Hi, Lizzie's mom. Welcome to the show. Happy New Year to you. We are watching Lizzie's battery's dead. Oh, watching too many things, huh? All right, here's some more partying gone wrong. Whoops. The music even stopped. It was that bad. Here's how gun disarm works in real life. Okay, Judas. See? He did it wrong. Well, thankfully, I've never had to do that myself, but it's one of the things that I was taught in self-defense. And that's another thing about that also, too. The reason why they teach you that is because they teach you not to do that yourself. You're going to shoot somebody or hold your gun down by your waist or someplace where they can't get it. But like I said, anybody that does this, they watch too many movies. Glass table, yeah. Oh, excuse me. Okay, let's see if I got more here. Okay, here's another party gone wrong. This is what happens when people get too drunk. She missed. She missed, and then it knocked off their sink. Okay, here's another over partier.
Bingo.
That one friend who
Bingo.
blacks out
Dirt.
every time they drink.
Let it rip, dude.
You ever get drunk like that, and then the next day you can't figure out why you're so sore? That's why. Let's see. Got any more? This already. Actually, I like this one. I saved this one from last time. From last week. Southern Grandpa says fighting sayings, part 5.
Well, come on over here, son. I'm gonna hit you with more combinations in the middle school locker room. Who the hell you think you talking to? I tell you what, son, won't you just come on over here and I'll turn them glasses into contacts.
Nah, son, you don't want to mess with me. I tell you, Papa kicks so much ass my feet stink.
Oh, I'd like to know who the hell you think you talking to. Come on over here and I'll fold you up like a 4th grade love letter.
Yeah, we went and watched that boy play football the other day. He just ain't got no grit to him. I told him, I said, son, you gotta fight. You gotta look like the 3rd monkey trying to get on Noah's Ark when it started raining.
What'd you say to me, son? Come on over here, I'll drop you like a hot skillet.
You talking to me?
You campaigning for an ass whooping, son, because you about to get elected.
You talking to me?
Oh, I tell you what, son. Why don't you just come on over here and I'll knock your teeth so far down your throat you ain't gonna know where you spitting the shit. Oh, well, come on over here. I'm gonna drop you like a Dodge transmission.
Said he was gonna whoop who? That sumbitch couldn't beat a Soapy Pecker.
Oh, well, come on over here, son. I'm like a bicycle with no seat. I'm gonna get in your ass. Oh, you want to mess with me? I tell you what, you're gonna let 2 seconds of courage ruin the rest of your life.
My favorite. I've kicked so much ass, my feet stink. You're driving me crazy, kitty. He's down here fussing. I don't know why. Okay. Oh, this was pretty good. I want to know who did this. I want to be able to do videos like this.
If you insist, I will audit your dinosaur theme park.
I'm glad you all could make it. Prepared for a safe and effective time.
What an odd thing to say. Anyway, you there, what's your take on dinosaur zoos?
I prefer space travel, but I enjoy new experiences with friends.
Careful now. These dinos are insane.
I'm rich, so you have to endorse everything I do. Okay, let's start the tour.
I am the science behind this operation.
What kind of a call out is that?